everybody, today on Rahdo Runs Through, I am going to be reboxing the Castles of Burgundy Special Edition. And what do I mean by that? Well, just recently I noticed there are a couple of other YouTube channels who have also been lucky enough to get their copies a little early to do coverage for the game, specifically Board Game Ramblings and Board Game Garden. Folks, these are two of the best board game YouTube channels there are right now. They're also two of the fastest growing channels. If you have not checked them out, I'm going to put links for them down in the show notes. I subscribe to both of them, and if you start watching, I think you'll subscribe too. But anyway, both of them have early copies of the game. They have both done videos showing how they pack everything away, and I realized, oh, I'm doing it differently than both of them. And so I figured, what the heck, I will show my approach, which I think is the superior approach. Of course, because it's the way I would do it. Otherwise, I would do theirs. So, how does it work? Well, let's go on ahead and get this out. And first of all, no lid lift. Everything fits, snugly to the bottom of the box. And let's open it. Hold on to your butts, folks. Wait till you see what I got in here. It's the cloth map. Oh, or the board. I love this. These are always so nice and pleasant to play with, but 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, if you get these with the game, they don't fit in the box. Officially, this doesn't fit in the box here, but oh, it does, folks. You just roll it up tight, put it up at the top of my big mess of stuff, and it's great, and I love it. It means I'll actually use this thing, which, I normally don't, because, the cloth, I've got a whole bunch of them. They're in a closet or something like that can't be part of the game because they don't fit in the box, but this time it does. Also, right here on the top is all of the bags of tiles, and the nice thing is the tiles are in here. This is a really big deal to me because it means it's very quick and easy for me to set the game up. It's very quick and easy for me to put the game away because all the tiles are just held in these bags. And, they kind of, these are like thick, hefty bags. So just folding them over once means they're not going to come out or anything like that. So that's a big deal just to make the game that much more approachable and playable. Jen and I played it a few times. And, I would hate to put the game back away the official way we're supposed to. I've got a baggie with all the ships and the victory point tokens, those things in just one baggie, because that's all the stuff that, is the other stuff that needs to be on the board or nearby available. Here's the other little bonus, mini expansion-y type things. The stuff for the vineyards is in that baggie too. Here's all my workers and my wonderful metal coins. Here are all the dice and the turn order track rooks or little statues, and then here are all of the the goods tiles. By the way, everybody keeps saying that, oh my gosh, not having the goods tiles in bag are so terrible because it takes so long to set them up. Let's put that to the test. Is somebody timing me? Here's how long it takes to set up the good tiles in reality. And it's even faster, of course, if somebody helps me. But anyway, I just swish them all around face down, and I just make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're stacked 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stack 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stack 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stack 5. Set up. Done. That would be my answer to all the many, many people who keep posting in the comments on my videos that, no, we have to have these in a bag because it's so much more efficient. So much more efficient than that. Was that 20 seconds? This is so much superior. But anyway, so I've got all of those in a baggie. There's the rules. I don't even need to keep this in here anymore. I might not even put this back when I'm going to close up now. I don't think I'm going to because I've got the cloth. All right, the rules are available. I've got the player aids, which, of course, I don't need these either for reasons we'll talk about a bit more as we go. All the player boards, and then, of course, this is the same. This is just pre-packed. That's the way it works. And then I've got this other tray down here with a little lid on it that holds it all in place. And then I've got the other stuff like the team game and the solo games down there at the very, very bottom. In here, we've got the other bag. This is the bag for all the vineyard stuff because this is what this space is for. So I figured I might as well do it. All the cards. And, these other elements of the game, the vineyard boards, and the vineyard boards. And then I guess, as I understand it, these spaces down here are supposed to be for some of the acrylic tiles. And I'm sure by now you're saying, hey, wait a minute, that all seems well and good, but where are the acrylic tiles? Well, folks, you know my feeling about the acrylic tiles. I think they're beautiful. They feel wonderful to the touch. But the gameplay takes such a drop in overall quality to not at all times have available to me the text, so I can just look at the board and see the half a dozen different tiles and just read them right there, as opposed to having right. Okay, let's see. What is that tile? Okay, what is the picture of it? Oh, it's that thing over there. Okay, so that's this. And constantly having to do that over and over and over again throughout the game, it just makes no sense when you've got the text. It's so much better. But anyway, put all this back. And here's the deal, folks. You will notice this lovely double insert is not going back in. This is now what goes in my closet, out of sight, out of mind, because I just don't need it. By using this, you are taking up so much more space, and that's my trick. By not using this, that's how I can get the cloth board in. Although there's another thing to it as well. It's by not using that and by also having these bags filled up with the original cardboard chits that have the text. The gameplay is better because of the text, because we just don't need these. We don't have to cross-reference back and forth, back and forth. It's just right there in front of me. When you set, a round up, you put them out here face up, as need be, so everybody can see what they're drafting. When you take it to your board, you put it face up as a reminder. And then when you put it in play, you put it face down so that on your board, it feels like the completion of a multi-step process. Right, I'm evaluating these things for later. I eventually take them to my board. Now I can't wait to get them in play, and then boom, I plop them in. Of course, the monasteries still have an iconographic. If I ever need to look, I don't have to. Right, okay, what was this thing, and where can I find it on this? Of all of these things, where is it? No, I can just look again. This is so superior. Folks, in case you're curious, I'm sorry. My acrylic tiles are already gone. I have sent them on to a super fan of the show, along with those really cool miniatures. I know he's going to love them. I love the feel of them. Here's the deal, folks. Jen and I played a game, and I set it up with the textiles, and everything was going great. And I think when we got to either the third or the fourth generation, I don't remember which one, as I was refilling up the board, I switched to the acrylic tiles. And I showed them to Jen. Jen said, "Oh my God, these feel so nice." But we weren't like 2 turns in when she said, "Could you bring the textiles back? I really want to be able to read. I do not want to have to keep double checking this thing." And, Jen and I, we've been playing Burgundy off and on for, ever since the original one came out. We are fairly comfortable and confident with our knowledge and mastery of the game. But it's still so much nicer to just at a glance look. You'll notice I'm not even bothering to put the original. Although I can. There's no reason not to. I just don't need it. I'll keep it in there because everything fits. All right. And then also, again, just putting everything back into baggies like this at the end of the game is so much nicer, so much faster. After a game of Burgundy, I am mentally exhausted. The last thing I want to be doing, satisfied, but exhausted. And the last thing I want to be doing at the end of the game is, right, okay, let's separate everything out into their individual little containers, or their subcategories of this thing, so we can get that thing in so that it takes up more space in the box, and it means I can't keep my cloth map. So much easier just to put everything in a bag, and then the next time you play, you just pour it back out and sort them out really quick. Righty, so so here's my dice, they go back, here's my workers, here's this other stuff. Right, but the important thing, get that in, boom, and then everything just goes around it. Nice and neat. Now here's the thing. Before I got rid of the acrylic tiles, I did try this packaging approach with the acrylic tiles in all of these bags instead of the cardboard tiles. And remember, those acrylic tiles are almost twice as thick as the cardboard tiles. It's one of the reasons they feel so nice. But it also meant these bags ballooned up more. And while this did still work, I had, like almost a half an inch of lid lift. But here we go. I put everything away, and again, it is a thing of beauty. Nice, flush with the bottom. That, folks, is my approach to reboxing the Castles of Burgundy Special Edition. And okay, I think I'm done. I covered the original vineyards in prototype form. I've covered the solo mode now. I did an unboxing. I've done a reboxing. I think I'm going to call a moratorium on Burgundy Special Edition coverage, unless, of course, you folks would like to see more. But anyway, I am Dunsville. Again, thanks to Board Game Ramblings and Board Game Garden Hey, they're on screen right now. Go check out their videos. You can see an alternate take, right? And you can click on those in, I don't know, how much more time do we have? I didn't actually set up a timer, and there's only 20 seconds to these things stay up, and at some point the whole thing will just instantly end, so you better click because you never know when it's going to be over. Have you clicked yet?